morning in Broadheath, Altrincham. And Broadheath Primary School, the borough's first full-service extended school, is opening its doors to the community for another day. When the school was awarded full-service status in 2004, it decided to employ 2 full-time extended services staff to develop and implement activities that the wider Broadheath community needed.
Morning!
Nicola Boddy is the extended school manager and Vicky Cropper is the childcare coordinator. Having them in school is of great benefit, as head teacher Jan Shaughnessy has discovered.
We decided to appoint a dedicated extended school manager and also a childcare coordinator because those are part of the core offer of extended schools, and it's very important that they are dedicated to promoting the services and activities so that myself as head teacher can focus on my core purpose really, which is raising standards of attainment for the pupils.
Who thinks we need markings on the infant playground?
My role as full-service extended school manager is varied and I have to be very flexible. I've been very fortunate because I was the first in Trafford to be appointed and there aren't too many of us up and down the country in fact. So in that way I've been able to develop the role to suit the school and to work to my own strengths, I guess.
You need to get to the organic garden, that's a good point.
It's been a really big learning journey for me and for the school I think.
Providing exactly what the community wants and needs is a challenge. Like many schools, Broadheath has provided some extended services for years, but having full service status meant rethinking the services it offers.
In terms of establishing what the community needs and wants from the school for extended services, the first thing that we did was put a consultation out, and we did that through newsletters. I think we printed off, it was about 4,000 and had them delivered through the local newspaper. We did a second one about 7 to 8 months later, continuing with that same consultation, also giving feedback on what had already happened. In addition to that, we liaise and work regularly with other local agencies and professionals because you find that they have lots of different pockets of specific knowledge about the community that you're serving, and they can often direct you in terms of where the needs might be.
Since the consultations, Nicola and Vicky have been fine-tuning the services they offer, finding out what works and what doesn't.
You've been to wash your hands, yes. Sit down, please.
This is the first week of Breakfast Club. In keeping with the school's mission statement, one of Nicola and Vicky's priorities has been reaching out to the members of the wider community and involving them in the extended activities. So the Breakfast Club leader isn't a teacher or a TA, it's Christine, a Broadheath local and community champion.
I was nominated to become a community champion by the school. Community champion basically means that you're an adult learner supporter. So basically you can get like parents in from the children that come here and even other members of the community because I live in the area. Bring them in to do like the numeracy and literacy mainly because it's a big thing now to try and get people back in because they didn't do it when they were in school.
Fresh orange, Sadie.
Christine did a community champion course at the local college, which was funded by the extended school's budget. It certainly paid off as Christine is now recognised by the community as a friendly face to approach about extended services for them within the school.
I can keep people up to date that, bingo's on next week or computer courses, starting again on another week. So if they're too unsure and they don't want to actually ask one of the teachers or the head teacher, they'll come and ask me about it first and I'll explain that it's nothing like coming back to school. It's a totally different environment and like you say, you do have fun when you're here as well. So.
One of the barriers with many schools is engaging adults. It's very easy to engage children. You can get the children in after school nearly every night to a variety of different activities. But to get parents to come into family learning classes and things like that often is a little bit more difficult. I think partly because they're not always sure exactly what the purpose of them is. Partly because the letters go in the bags and they don't necessarily get home, and even if they do get home they might not read them. Partly because of childcare issues.
You have been so helpful today, Lewis. You've done a very good job today.
Vicky Cropper is responsible for the school's childcare provisions. This involves not only running the creche, ensuring parents can get involved with extended services, but also implementing the government's vision of 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. childcare.
Here at Broadheath Primary School, we offer a full wraparound service with our childcare. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning when we have our breakfast buddies, and that finishes the end of the day with Rascals, our after-school club, from 3:20 right up until 6 o'clock, where children 3 to 11 years old can be looked after in a safe, positive environment here on site.
We're going to read. We're going on a bear hunt.
The benefits to parents and children of offering these extended school services are enormous. For the school to be part of the community, we really need to be offering the services that people want and that people need. I found that parents and the community have responded very well to having a childcare coordinator on site, and parents have been able to find childcare and return to work. It's a good positive opportunity for everyone to work together and really feel that they are part of the school and indeed part of the community.
As part of their commitment to inclusion for the whole family, the school is running Share, a family learning programme.
We've very much adapted the group to the needs of the parents here. We target, this particular group targets the reception class parents, and we identify the learning objectives for the children for each following week, usually literacy, numeracy and or ICT, perhaps a combination. What they can do is do some work here with us, then go on and do some work with the children working together, and then we also give them an activity that they can do at home which will promote and support that particular learning objective next week. So it's all very relevant. It's really taken off. We have nearly all of the parents from the reception class in this group. We'll have a look at your scrapbooks in a minute, if that's all right, and see how your activities at home went last weekend. So literacy objectives this week are to identify predictable text and join in with it, and I will explain that to you when we get down there. I'll have some examples of it. And the other one is to use key language when using books, be able to identify the author. And then we're going to try and make a book on the computer, so that should be nice. Can we all log on to Espresso? I have logged you all on. If you wiggle your mice, you'll find a couple of activities there. Have a look through them. You can build books in there. You can look at letters in there. So have a look at the activities that you might want to do with the children when they come in.
One click.
In a minute. Hello! Come in. See if you can come in. Oh, right, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to look at these pictures, print a couple off, set at the table and make some books of our own using these special pictures, yeah? Does that sound fun? Yeah? Right, you pick a picture then, what to print.
I do use the extended services a lot. I'm here 3 times a week at the minute because my daughter goes in the creche.
I get quite a lot from it actually because I learn his targets each week from the classroom, and obviously we do it here as a practice and take it home to develop it more. It benefits him quite a lot because it gets his one-on-one with me without his little sister running around, and we just learn different things, and he's amazed at what I'm learning with him. It's just so fun, isn't it?
The creche and Share are just 2 of the daytime extended services. There's also a toddler group, positive parenting, Ready Steady Read, parent storytelling and SEN library.
We measure our success in terms of we evaluate the services that we offer regularly and look at developing services and look at the breadth of services that we're covering, because obviously as a full service extended school we are looking at offering a wide range of services and facilities. So it may be, for example, we've noticed we're not doing enough on the childcare front, or perhaps we need to do more for parenting, and that's where we need to invest our time. In terms of measuring actual success, obviously we have statistics based on numbers attending classes, how often they attend, written and verbal evaluations, dialogue with people who've attended. We have dialogue with teaching staff that can be about behaviour or attainment. It is very difficult though, and it's difficult to be measured in that way. I have had to come to terms with the fact that sometimes you've just got to take tiny little bites of success and individual, anecdotal, real people stories as measures of success rather than statistics.
3:20 and school's over, but the school gates stay open for the community for a long time yet. In the evening, the school offers homework club, computer club, computers for adults, and dance.
What do you think we're doing We've got arms here.
And whilst the children pirouette the evening away, the rest of the Broadheath community is gathering at the other end of the school for a Residents' Association meeting. Head teacher Jan and Nicola are regular attenders at the meetings.
We've had windows broken, paint thrown all over the windows. It's the shop, to serve children booze. Well, we've got evidence of this and proof.
Yeah, I mean, we have actually had cameras looking at the bus stop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we never had anything sufficient, or the quality wasn't sufficient.
Nicola uses the meeting as a way of updating the community about what's going on within the school and getting their opinions about what should be offered.
As you know, we're an extended school, so we offer a variety of activities around the school day. I'm trying at the moment to consult with the wider community to get some more courses put on. What we endeavour to do or not to do is put courses on and then expect people to come because we've decided they're good. What we'd like to do is ask you what you would like to come to, and then we will do our best to put it on for you. This evening, for example, between 6:30 and 8:30, we've got the computer classes over in the LCT suite, which are run by South Trafford College. Free to those of you in receipt of benefit and at a very low cost actually if you're not. I've been on one of them and they're very good.
So you've got your menu bar, which is the one with the words on. Yeah.
My name is George Heath. I live in Broadheath. I attend the local community meetings, and at the last one, which was held last week, I heard about the school presenting an IT course. Having recently bought a computer, I thought that is just for me, and I've decided to take it up and see what I can learn.
Just click away from it, one of the pictures. So it's the same thing.
It is very convenient coming to the school because when you live nearby, you're not dependent on transport. But again, I've found that by coming in my car, I know I can park it safely in the school grounds. So it makes me quite happy because I'm very car conscious.
Does the toolbar refer to words?
Yes, it does. It does the same thing, but some people prefer to just click on that instead of dropping down a menu.
Advice for people who might be looking at extending services in their school: have a look at what works already. Mapping exercises are useful to see what's happening in other schools and venues locally, because obviously you don't want to duplicate services. There's absolutely no point. So really you've got to do a good audit of your area to see what services are needed, and obviously consultation with the wider community as well as your school staff and community. For me, really, it's been about building good relationships at ground level. Obviously, there are strategic panels and there are people who talk and discuss the budgetary issues and such like. But really, I found that building up good relationships with the people who actually do the jobs, like the health visitors, and who know the community and know the people, they're really valuable links to have.
We've really been able to develop distributed leadership, not only within the school but also within the local community. So you need to make sure that you know the individuals concerned and that you can really build on their strengths, and that's a real strength of the provision. And we know that that's been very much appreciated and very much valued by everyone who walks through our doors, and those people can be from babies right through to age 85, I think, is the oldest person who's benefited from the work that's going on here. So we're very, very proud of everything that we've achieved here.